Alright everyone, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, aka That Variety, and today we are back with this week's NXT reaction. This week we've got Vaughn and Kyle versus Peter and Ridge. We've got Ciampa versus Gacy, and if Gacy wins his match, he gets added to the Ciampa versus Breaker match coming up at Halloween Havoc. And then of course we've also got the North American Championship on the line with Escobar versus Swerve. So we've got a pretty stacked show on our hands here tonight. So as per usual, grab your snacks, grab your choice of beverage, get comfy and cozy, and let's get right to reactions, shall we? I think so. I don't like these close-ups of this Gacy dude. Ciampa, please shut this dude up for all of us. I'm getting a little annoyed with the close-ups all the time. I will give him credit though. At least Joe Gacy really leans into his character, especially like on the microphone and everything. I'll give him a lot of credit for that. He really leans into it. And I like this. We were only like, what, 5 minutes in? We got the intro. We had a little backstage thing with Legato and Hit Row going at it, and we went right into a match within a few minutes. So that's nice to see. So that alone gets a clap. Ciampa's got no chill in this match. None at all. Alright, so we're back from the break, and we kind of ended in the same place that we were at right before the break, like right around the announce table area. I guess that's okay, and it makes sense, since, you know, if you're away from the commercial during the commercial break, then, you know, you want to know where you're at. You know what? Gacy's actually doing a pretty good job in this matchup. He's holding his own, and I'll give him credit for that. That might be it, friends. That might be it. Alright, Ciampa retains. We're still just getting Breaker versus Ciampa at Halloween Havoc at the end of the month. But overall, I thought this was a good opening matchup. Gacy looked pretty good. He hung in there, and I didn't think it was a long match, but I didn't think it was a short match. I felt like it was just the right length. Good job. I enjoyed this match. Oh, okay. This dude's here. Pale person's back. What is going on here? Gacy's like brushing his hand up against his cheek right here, and then he went away. I don't know what we just saw right there. Apparently the pale person is referred to as Harlan. Alright, we're just going right into the next segment then. Okay then. Gigi Dolan's hair kind of bleeds in with the lighting a little bit, but I'm actually okay with it. It kind of works. At least Toxic Attraction, we know they're all on the same page and they've got the mission, so at least we know what they're up to. At least give Toxic Attraction the frickin' tag team titles. They could probably make it halfway interesting again. Okay, we've got 3 title matches so far, potentially. At least everything makes a little bit of sense, and, you know, we've had a little something built up into these matches, so I'm okay with this. Alright, we're just bleeding right on into another thing. Okay, I'm okay with this. Let's keep this going. Okay, so right before we got to this match here, they play this creepy vignette of like somebody walking around, like maybe in the woods or something. It was like in black and white and everything. And I don't know what's gonna go down there, but I'm interested. Call me intrigued. He was carrying around like a shovel. I don't know. It was weird. And to be honest, I'm more interested in finding out who that dude is versus this match, if I'm being 100% real. Still pretty even in this match. Still pretty even. Okay. I guess that might be the end of the match. Okay, that's the end of the match. I mean, it did what it needed to accomplish. I just want to know what this dude's going to do next. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I can say on that match. Alright, so we have Nile's debut. Of course, she is a part of the Diamond Mine. There's a lot of potential with Nile. Like, just, you know, she has a good look to her and everything. So, I'm excited to see her and her progress as we sort of see her more and more on NXT and what she can do. That is some natural strength right there. Oh, right at the bottom turnbuckle. I could have sworn I just heard the crowd cheering for Ivy, and you know what? Rightfully so. She's doing good so far. I think the strength factor is an understatement. I want to know what her finisher's gonna look like. Interesting way in how we got there. Wait, is this a submission? What's going on here? She could just be taking her time with her. She's held her up for at least like a minute or two. I'm impressed. Okay, I guess that's a submission hold. I'd like for them to kind of distinguish it a little bit more, because I thought she was going to go for some kind of a slam. Maybe that's what we've been conditioned to believe in, those sorts of holds and that sort of thing. But I thought she did pretty good. I think there's some potential there with Ivy. Alright, well we're back from the break and into another match. Alright, we're not wasting any time here on NXT this week. I applaud that. Of course, they had that confrontation before the commercial break and that sort of thing, so I'm interested to see where this is going to go. A lot of people on this roster that we're seeing with NXT 2.0 and everything, I feel like there's so many people that just have a lot of potential and, you know, there's always room for growth, and that's perfect, and this is the perfect platform for it, to be honest, because, I mean, if we're going back to NXT's more developmental roots and all that sort of stuff and focusing on building people up and that sort of thing, then we get to see that before our own eyes. So, I think that's a pretty cool gig, right? I'm perfectly cool with just seeing the Diamond Mine go through as many people as possible as a group. I would totally be okay with that. There you go, get some space, get a little bit of breathing room. Nice moonsault from Jiro. Love to see that. Very smooth landing, too. See, that's like a merch opportunity. Jiro's jackets. You're welcome, WWE. You're welcome. Creed just picked up the win right there. Pretty good showing as well. Again, some fine-tuning and stuff like that. I've been noticing this is kind of a reoccurring theme, but it's like the finishers don't feel like finishers, unless if that's just me. I don't know. They always come from out of nowhere, or they maybe either take too long, or I'm just like, oh, okay, that was it. So I think that's like a bit of, again, a nitpicky thing. I don't know, but a little bit of a distinguishability sort of thing with the finishers. That would be lovely. Oh, Kushida's back. Okay, that's cool. I could see Kushida and Jiro being a fun team to watch. I kind of like this idea of like the Cruiserweight division all kind of just like trying to figure out how to get through the Diamond Mine. I kind of like that direction they're going. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I feel like a very interesting tag team match is kind of an understatement. Really? We cut off Kyle's music for Vaughn's music? At least with Kyle's music, it gives us some Chili Pepper vibes. Y'all, it was brought up in the Twitter mentions last week, I think. Apparently, I sound like this Vaughn dude, and I'm like, oh no. It's in the vowels. Alright, my voice twin is starting things out here. Look, the dude's apparently from Minnesota. I'm from Northern Ohio, so us Great Lakes people, we have a little bit of overlap somewhere. So I've got a question. How is Ridge Holland gonna fit over on SmackDown? I feel like a lot of us would have liked Vaughn a little bit more if, like, he wasn't in the main event title match, like, on his first night on NXT 2.0. So there's that. Alright, we got Kyle in the match. That's nice to see. Somewhere, somehow, I don't trust anybody in this matchup. At least Kyle's cognizant enough to know not to trust anybody in this matchup, but even then, I don't trust anybody in this matchup. Alright, people, start leaving predictions down below. Who do you think Ridge Holland is going to feud with first over on SmackDown? Pete and Ridge have some good chemistry going on. You've got the frequent tags and that sort of thing, so that's working pretty well for them. Kyle's getting beaten up per usual here on NXT because that's just been the common thread since at least, like, TakeOver. Speaking of takeovers, do we have any word on if we're getting takeovers again? Because I missed them already. Maybe we should film a couple of reactions for takeovers before we go ahead and move in like 5 weeks. Okay, well that's one way how to get in a double tag right there. Alright, we got the two beefy dudes doing beefy dude things. Alright, Vaughn's doing pretty good so far. Proud of you, voice twin. I'm proud of you. Oh, so we don't do a picture-in-picture on this matchup, and it's probably one of the couple of matches we were all looking forward to. As I finished that thought, there was this scream because of the Chucky ad. Oh my god. Oh, Kyle is not letting go, but they got the tag in to Pete right there. Why in the world was that camera angled right there? Poor Kyle needs to make a tag, but nobody's there. Even more evidence as to Kyle O'Reilly's trust issues on this brand. Alright, Vaughn, where'd you go? I know you're outside the ring somewhere, but where'd you go, dude? Oh, there's Vaughn. Okay, nice way to break things up and make a bit of a fiery comeback and utilizing the stairs. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, Vaughn's finally in. Kyle can take a bit of a break there. Okay, it looked like Vaughn was trying to just get Kyle to finish off Pete. Alright, we got some teamwork going on, some cohesiveness. Alright, Vaughn's looking pretty smooth in there. Alright. That was a good ending. I like the ending of this match. It was a fun match. I enjoyed it. Proud of you, vocal twin. See, the thing is that, like, us Great Lakes people, we have a separate accent from, like, the rest of the Midwest. Because of that, we have a spectrum of the Great Lakes accent, which is indeed a thing. The more towards, like, Minnesota you go, the more upper Midwestern you sound, and then the more east you go, the more New Yorkish you sound. Well, we'll have to do, like, a whole TED Talk on this in some capacity, so there's that. Sir, are you even qualified to, like, teach a class full of students? I had to get like 18 graduate credit hours before I was allowed to teach, and that was with supervision. Yeah, but does your university have the number 3 ranked college football team in America right now? I didn't think so. Wow, this is a good example of how not to teach. This man better not use the whiteboard. Okay, he did not use the whiteboard. We're good now. That dude totally sounds like he was teaching at 8 o'clock in the morning without coffee. I would know a thing or two about teaching at 8 o'clock in the morning, because when I was teaching, I had to teach at 8:45 in the morning for like 2 hours straight twice a week. We're getting some Christina lore in this episode. We're getting an origin story. Alright, I'm gonna need Duke Hudson versus Happy Corbin ASAP over this whole character. Seriously, we couldn't hear Duke's, like, cool music for a minute there? Why are we cutting out the cool entrance themes and sticking around with the not-so-cool ones? This is like a typical Midwestern dude in November, December here, trying to go to class on their way to finals because they're late. And then it's like, dude, why are you wearing shorts? It's like 20 degrees outside. Because I want to, because I can. Wait, aren't these dudes, like, both from Australia? I get some Australian rep here. Just like how I had my Great Lakes rep. Us Northern Ohioans along the lake. We apparently don't even sound like we're from Ohio. Seriously, I've had people in Cincinnati ask if I'm from, like, Canada, and I'm like, I'm from Cleveland. Alright, we're seeing a bit of a fiery comeback right there from Greyson Waller. Oh, okay, that was nice right there with that stutter move kind of thing. Okay, well, Duke won. He out-bad guyed the bad guy. Oh, he tossed a poker chip at Greyson. Okay. I think I've been sounding a little bit more alive this second half because I had a snack right before the second half, so that could be it. Okay, so we finally found Dexter Lumis. He's just chilling out backstage right before Indi's match and that sort of thing. At least we know where he's at. Alright, so we have this interesting tag team match up here. I think this is Persia's first match, right? I think. Look, we've been trying to keep track of all these debuts. It's been a rough time, but we're trying. Alright, we got Amari Miller and Indi Hartwell in the ring now. Definitely an impressive showing, not gonna lie. Nice debut we've got going on so far. I think a stacked women's division is kind of an understatement. I mean, this match did what it needed to accomplish, and we had a Dexter Lumis sighting. At least we know that dude's doing okay. Oh, so we get Io and Zoe going after this team, but not after Toxic Attraction. I'm with Io. Io's like the one person that's got the right idea, to be honest. Okay, thank you. I was gonna say, where's Toxic Attraction at in this whole situation? Okay, that was a nice kick from Zoe. That really was a nice kick. I love how the only thing that's keeping this team together are, like, the titles. Camera grabs! Why is he associating himself with Waller here? Time out. Just because you have an accent, that doesn't mean that people are automatically gonna be attracted to you. I should know from experience. I have an accent, apparently, and well, likes and swipes, no! Some girls like a nice beard and, you know, hair and stuff. Are they, like, going through the Tinder? They're going through the frickin' Tinder. Get out of there! Get out of Tinder! It's no good! Don't go there! Do not go there! The real question is, what's this dude's Tinder profile like? You know, what kind of pictures do we got going on? He kind of gives off that vibe of, like, the frickin' dude holding up the fish while fishing kind of photo, like that sort of vibe. Run, Cameron Grimes, run! Somebody will appreciate you. Okay, so we've got Swerve and Escobar here, going for the North American Championship. Okay, well, the bell rang, so that's nice. I low-key hope that Escobar wins this thing, and I feel like it kind of adds up because Swerve's going over to SmackDown soon. Oh man, we just went right into the announce table. Escobar's on the offense as we go into the break right here. Love to see that for him. Although I'm also equally interested in if Swerve does retain the gold. These two have had, like, quite the feud, to say the least, like, even before the Hit Row and Legado del Fantasma stuff. Oh, nice move right there from Swerve. Oh! Oh, I didn't even realize that was a counter at first. I mean, the crowd seems really into the match, and that adds up. It really does. Nice frog splash right there. Oh, I thought that was it. That was a very close 2 count. What's going on here? Oh, we've got Legado del Fantasma out here for absolutely no reason. Okay, we've got Camelo Hayes and Trick out here now going after Legado. That kind of adds up because I think everybody was kind of just, butting heads, I think at least the last episode or two. So there's that. Oh, this is interesting. But freaking Carmelo's got the contract. We got to keep that in mind. He's got that contract for a title opportunity of his choosing at any time. See? The contract, it's right there. It's on the outside of the ring. Oh, see? I called it. Okay. Did I not call this? Did I not call this somehow? So the Breakout Tournament contract is basically like NXT's Money in the Bank briefcase. Now that I would like to see happen. Why not have Money in the Bank briefcase as an NXT? That would be interesting. That would keep things fresh. Okay, so I labeled this one as part 2 and the lower third for obvious reasons because it's the second title match. Alright, Carmelo, you got this, dude. He might have it. He might have it, people. Go, dude, go! Jump! I told y'all this dude was gonna cash in on somebody, and I was pretty positive that this was where he was going. Good on you, Carmelo. He's been impressive this year. He's had a good year so far, and I'm happy that he's our new champion. Okay, this is quite interesting. I want to know what happens next. We got a lot of developments here. I liked this week's NXT. I thought we had a lot of really good developments. We had some debuts on the roster, which was quite nice. I liked a lot of the Diamond Mine stuff. I thought the Ciampa and Gacy match was good as an opener. I like how we had little to no wasted time on this episode as well. And pretty much every segment, I would say, had some kind of a purpose, which I thought was refreshing. I also enjoyed the tag team match with Pete and Ridge, and then, of course, Vaughn and Kyle. I want to know where that whole situation is going to go, especially with Ridge making the jump over to SmackDown next week. I'm interested to see where all this is going to go moving forward. We got a lot of interesting moving pieces. Our next big show is going to be Halloween Havoc, which is going to be in 2 weeks' time and that sort of thing, so I'm excited for that. So far, we've got the Triple Threat Women's Tag Team match for the Tag Team Championships. We've got Mandy and Raquel for the NXT Women's Championship, and we've got Braun Breaker versus Tommaso Ciampa for that NXT Championship. I want to know what else is going to get added to that show, because I'm excited, because I think that one's also going to be the first show post-draft that we're going to see, so we're going to have Hit Row and Ridge kind of just on their shows. Actually, they're both good. All of them are going over to SmackDown, right? I think so. I feel like we're kind of at this transition point where anything can happen, and I think that's exciting. We could get some fresh matches coming up soon, some fresh feuds and that sort of thing. I just wonder what's going to happen next week. I'm already excited for next week just to see what's going to happen. But I felt like out of NXT 2.0, this was probably one of the stronger episodes that we've seen since we've gotten NXT 2.0. We had a lot of, again, good developments, some good matches, and I'm excited. I genuinely am. So, let me know what you all thought about this week's NXT down in the comments down below. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so that we get notifications around here, and make sure to check out all the links in the description as well, where we have the podcast, and you can, follow my just everyday life on social media, that sort of thing. So, on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all around later. Bye, everyone.